Good, good. Alright. How you doing today, Ms. Slade? My name is James Reardon. I work here at Family Services, and what I do, I specialize in counseling, marriage counseling to be exact. Now, before we start, what would you like for me to call you?
You can just call me Tanya, that's fine.
Alright, Tanya, you can call me James. I like first name basis. It's more relaxed, more open environment. Now, before we start, have you spoken to my secretary about the confidentiality that we have here?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure about the fees, though, the policy on the fees.
Well, the fee is $30, but I'll waive that because I know that you will have trouble paying it, as you discussed with my secretary. So, what brought you here to me today?
Well, many issues. Basically, I am pregnant, as you can tell. I'm married and I have 2 children. Well, I've been having an affair lately, and I'm not sure who the father is, so I'm just stuck right now in a difficult situation.
Alright, now, as you can see, that I'll be writing stuff down because I do have a lot of clients.
That's fine.
And it helps me be more focused on you whenever you do come for the next meeting. I'll know what to say and what we talk about so we don't backtrack and none of that stuff. Alright, would you mind telling me what your relationship with your husband is like?
Well, now it's just really chaotic. We don't spend time together. I'm at home most of the time with the kids, so he goes in from work from like 8 in the morning till about 8 at night. He misses dinner almost every night, so we don't spend time together. And he's just really, acts like he's bothered by me all the time, and he's just always gone, so I never see him. So when he's there, it's just really frustrating. We don't communicate at all.
Alright, what about the manager I recently become involved with? How did you meet him?
Well, his name is Marcus, and I actually work with him at the law firm that I currently work at, and we met one day. He's actually new to the firm, and we met and we started hanging out, and we just became involved since.
Alright, does he know that you're pregnant?
He does, and I'm not sure how to go about telling my husband because he does not know.
Alright, now, you said his name was Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what attracted you to Marcus?
Well, Marcus, he's just a funny guy. He just generally acts like he cares about me and that he loves me. He's more open. He communicates with me well, and he buys me, small gifts, sends me flowers and things of that nature, which my husband doesn't. He never does. So I think that's just really why I'm attracted to Marcus. He's a good man.
He's a good man. Alright, so you have named a lot to me about what's going on in your life right now. And in order to be more effective with solving your issues, I think the best route would take is for you to pick one major issue that bothers you the most that we can talk about. And all the other small things will fall into place,
Right.
We'll be able to handle the better instead of just trying to handle all of them at the same time.
Well, Marcus really wants me to move in with him, and it kind of scares me, and I'm not sure exactly if I should or if I should not, how my family will be affected and all sorts of things, so I don't know.
So you think that Marcus wanting to be in your life would be the major issue?
Yeah, that's probably the most. That stresses me out the most as of now.
Well, what we can do today. Are you familiar with the pros and cons list?
Yes, somewhat.
Alright, well, the pros is the main topic that we're picking is you and Martin, whether you want to stay with him or stay with your family. So the pros would be the good things that will come out of you moving in with Marcus. And the cons would be I wouldn't necessarily say bad things, but what you will lose.
Okay.
If you do choose him over your husband. So, if you wouldn't mind to help me make a pros and cons list about the good things and the bad things. Alright, we'll start with the pros.
Let's see. Well, Marcus is probably more financially stable. He works at the law firm, like I said, and we make pretty good money. He actually just became partner, so he's got He's pretty financially stable. Well, on the other hand, my husband, he is a preacher. So he doesn't, it's not a huge church, so he doesn't make very much money. Let's see. Pros. He's really emotionally involved with me. We spend lots of time together, and he just pours into my life. He's really encouraging. And probably also he has a big enough house for me and my son and daughter and himself. And so, the house that me and my husband have now, it's not really that large. We probably have to get a new home if we decide to, if this is his child. So that's probably, and it's also good in bed, which is a plus, So.
Now, let's go to the cons list. Now, like I said, the cons is like the bad thing that will come from you moving in with Marcus.
Right. Well, let's see. My kids are my main priority. Like, I have 2 kids already, as I mentioned before, and I'm going to have a 3rd child, and they are, like, at the top of my to-do list every day. So, just losing them, because my husband's a really good father, and I don't know if we'd, have a custody battle, but to lose them would be it'd be really painful. So, that's probably the number 1 on the cons list. Then also, like I said, my husband is a pastor, so I would lose so much respect from the church and from community members, not just because I'm having an affair, but because I'm pregnant and I'm actually thinking about moving out, so that's really hard.
It's really tough.
Yeah. And my husband, he was my first love, so it's been 10 years. Like, we've been married for 10 years, but we've been together for probably almost 20 years, so that's just really a tough thing to get over. Like, I love him to death, but it's just hard when I have another child. It could be by another man, and he just doesn't show me the attention that I want. And then Marcus wants me to move in, but what if it's not his child, So I don't want to, he said he'll be there for me no matter what, but if it's not his child, then how's he going to feel, So I'm not really sure, where to go with that. It's definitely a con, though.
Well, according to the list that we made, Ms. Tanya, your cons outweigh your pros. And what I would like for you to do, like, when we come to our next meeting, is to make a list of your ideal man, perfect man. And I was wondering what would be the best time, like a good meeting time for you.
This time is fine. Monday to 5. That's perfect time.
All right. Well, I'll see you next Monday at 5.
All right.
You have yourself a wonderful day.